Y'all just run and hide from lightning.
We got thunder in our bones.
Y'all don't need a hunting license.
How y'all shooting at these goats?
I get why they hate us.
Why?
We famous, rich, and dope. Came from nothing, now the two of us, the greatest ever known.
We came from the bottom with nothing but both of our middle fingers and a plan.
We did the impossible, homie, you can't. Cause we're made of legends, you are a man.
Where's all the industry people who said we were trash? I'll choke them to death with my hands.
Screw the whole industry, I want revenge. Light them on fire, the labels are dead.
I never should have made it, I'm made for this stuff.
And everybody hate, no pray for your soul.
We are not afraid, we came for the smoke.
It don't matter what they say, we safe in these zones.
I'm sorry that your mama raised a hater. Now every time we pull up, they like, I said.
What's going on, everybody? Andrew will be here. We're trying to get him in now, like I told you guys last week and the week before, that this is a new program and there's some learning curves to it. It's really powerful and stuff. But yeah, we are going to have some fun today. Talk about collaboration, talk about some other things. Collaboration, where this one, Morph Market shirts on. We got some stuff going on today. We'll talk about some ball pythons. We'll talk about some leopard geckos. We'll talk about some expos coming up. And, of course, the Christmas season. McDonald's Green Bay. We'll see if he can get on. I sent that over to him. We'll see what goes on. I'm not totally sure what it takes for a person to get on here because we haven't done that yet, guys. But I do want to talk about real quick before he gets on, and if he gets on, we'll just put him on and we'll go with it. I do want to do at least 2 episodes a month. Oh, look at this. Oh, that is cool as can be. It actually tells me your name when you join. Let's just go ahead and throw him on. It actually it says Andrew joined.
There you go.
This program, dude, is fire. There's a lot you got to learn from it yet, but it's fire. It's an amazing program. Like, sharing stuff like this is it just shows what I wanted to show.
Are we live yet?
Yeah, we're live. We're good. Yeah, we're live. I went live because we were a little late, and Facebook doesn't like us to be late. Facebook doesn't like that. So we could talk afterwards too. I'm chilling today.
Sure.
Yeah, this program's fire. This program is fire. And the thing is, they do have a free version. But I pay it's $20 or $25 a month for it, and I get everything. I get everything they offer, and I get a web-based one like this. Then I get one that's on my computer where I can stream video games, whatever else I want to do. So it's a lot of fun. I don't know all the stuff that we can do. Look at all this stuff. But yeah. See, we can do that. We can go there like that. Wow. So I can make it where we can do some advertisement and stuff like that. I got to get you added to the team. You can actually have it where when you're be part of this team. I got 5 seats, and you can use it to go live. It's pretty cool. I got these sold. These.
Well, I got to figure out how to add an avatar, not an avatar, but a green screen in the back. I'll get it all figured out.
When you're on the team, you can do it. I guarantee. I know how to do it. If you're part of the admin team, I don't know how to do it as a guest because on mine, when I'm looking at it on the right hand side, it says design, but it says video, and then you can do virtual background. See, so that's where it says text and all that. I can change all this, see? But it's just I can't change it live. Oh, huh? Don't know. But stuff we got to learn.
Yeah.
Because the first episode, I couldn't do the green. I didn't know how to do the green screen.
I think I like it better than the other one anyway because I think it's a better picture. I really do.
This does 1080 true. I don't know if it does 4K, but I don't even have a 4K webcam. So
no, I don't either. So.
And we can pre-record stuff, launch it live. And I haven't figured out how to do the tips yet. I haven't figured that out yet. I got to research that, but we can take tips on here.
like super
Subscriptions
chat.
on-
I
Yeah.
used to do that, and I got to figure out how to do it because I used to be able to do it before I had so many people. Because you had to have so many people to do it. Now I figured it out, but I got to look again.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out. Then we got reactions, but the reactions is does stuff like this. We got like 8 or 10 of them. I'm gonna hook that up because I got a stream, actually Streamlab like touch button box where I can make that all touch button, and I can add guests in with touch button, so I don't have to use a mouse. What else is there? There's so much here, dude. Stop video, ad cam. Oh, ad cams. So I could have like through this computer, I can have like 4 or 5 webcams, have 4 or 5 stations.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So, like, if you're filming an animal in a tub at a distance, we could be talking about it.
And that's something we can look into because now animals are at my house again. We have ball pythons right here.
Oh, that's perfect.
I have ball pythons and the geckos.
I have my hognose right here too. So
see,
got
the
a hobby
hoggies
cool
are here. That's what
Mhm.
I'm talking about. What is this? Laid 7/16, due 9/16. Oh, that was the corn snake. Never mind. The corn snake.
Once we get back into the groove of things again, I think we'll get all our followers back again, and
Yeah.
they'll be tuning in. Can you go live on Facebook and all that too at the same time?
Right
or?
now we're live on Facebook and we're live on YouTube. We can do live on Twitter, TikTok, all at the same time.
Very cool.
So I'm going to end up setting that stuff up. I I know I'm techie, but it takes me a minute. First choice feeders has taken a lot of my time, which it should.
But it's awesome.
Yeah, we are producing a lot. We had our best day pool for mice today, ever. And we're setting up for the Rothschild show right now. My business partner and his second half or other half was calling today. Laura and I were cleaning mice today and inventorying mice because I inventory everything. So, and everyone thinks I inventory for this, make sure we have the mice. It's for production only. That's the only reason I do it. I inventory. So what we do is I inventory every week. If I have pinkies, I count those and I just scan them in. I use my phone. I got a QR code. I scan it, put how many we have in each tub. And then at the end, I have a pool. I know how many we pull and how many we have in there. So that total is minus what I left in there last week. So whatever I scanned last week minus the pool. And that tells me what my production was that week.
Once I have more hognose, I will exclusively use you for pinkies and stuff like that. But like you said, just a small order of like 20 or 30, it would kill me.
I just talked to another client and the conversation was, it was kind of nice, is saying my quality, and everyone says their quality is good,
of course,
but I was being a Santa somewhere. So
I saw that.
Yeah, I was doing that, and I had customers that bought feeders off me telling this other person that these guys have the best feeders there are. Our feeders don't smell. Our quality control is probably going to cost us some money in the end, but not so much that it's going to make us out of business. If our rats have a tumor, it doesn't even see the customer. Watery eyes, watery tail, anything. If they just look thin, they're like, nope, we're not. That's going to be great. So.
I've ordered from places and opened up bags and the smell hit in the face of urine and stuff, and I hate that.
It is impossible. I challenge people. Our rats are dry when we do it because we vacuum seal. So everything's dry. You can smell them. You can touch them. You can. I don't even use gloves when they're dead, and I don't even feel I have to use gloves.
And mice too, right? You keep them clean like that too. Yep, perfect.
Yeah. Every single thing is done. Now there's certain things I won't tell people, like how to do things. I won't say it live because
no, I get it.
And the reason is it's hard because the rodent breeding people don't help each other. So
and that's ridiculous.
And you got to learn on your own.
Mhm.
And Dylan and myself and Brittany and Laura, we would do something and mess up, and we'd lose money. And
Mhm.
if we just knew this answer, we wouldn't have lost money. And the thing is now we just do what we do. Quality is our number one thing, though. 100%.
After the show, I'm going to talk to you about a couple things
Yeah.
that I might be able to help you with. I used to do it too, but it got too overwhelming for just one person.
Right now we're producing a lot. Like I don't want to get numbers live, but we're producing a lot. And I still have a system down where I can clean all the rats in one day.
That's
Now
good.
it does take me and Laura. It takes 2 people. I'm inventorying and pulling the rats out, and she's cleaning the tubs and setting up the tubs, and I put them back into tubs. And it's a really good system, and we work good together. Our mice, we do the same thing. I set up 6 to 10 tubs at one time. They're all ready to go. And as I'm pulling them out and putting new tubs in, we're rotating the tubs. She's cleaning them and setting them up.
What my biggest thing was is a lot of people wanted live around here, and I would deliver that to them. But they would always want it on a day. It was like my cleaning day or something like that. It would just throw my whole day off.
How we do that is now the shop's 45 minutes away from me. Some of my customers don't know. So if you guys are watching this, I'm 45 minutes away. So on Thursday, I do a live meetup in Green Bay. And it's at the same time. So I have to leave on Thursday at that shop by 6 o'clock to get at my meetup point by 7. And I have all their live, all their frozen, everything in Green Bay. And then we do that at other locations. And we just set it up. And then if they say, well, I need it tomorrow. Well, this is our meetup point. So now we do meetups during other times, but we try to make it very strict to say this is our meetup time. We do 17 expos, 18, 19, 20, 21 expos a year. And frozen's easy. I don't mind. If you tell me frozen and I have it in my freezer here, or I just grab it and put it in my freezer, I don't care. But live is a very strict, and we charge a premium for live, and you only get males. You don't get females from us. It's only males.
Oh, yeah, well. Now, there was a controversy back in the day. I don't remember if you remember this, but back in the 80s, they used to say if you fed your snakes all female, they would get too many female hormones and it would interrupt the male productive way. And if you're feeding all males, females would get too much testosterone, which would affect their ability to. And they really believe there are people that actually only feed female mice and rats to female snakes and vice versa.
That's weird. Yeah, I got a live we got a live customer she buys a lot off us. She's probably one of our better customers. And sometimes she gets mice, sometimes she don't, but she always gets her rats and her full order. And she's never complained about all my males either. And she just one day she goes, all of them are boys usually. I'm like, all our live are just boys. That's all you're gonna get.
Well, that don't bother me any because that's
now if you buy frozen, you get both. You buy frozen off us, you're gonna get both. We call frozen, but if you buy live off us, it's a premium. It's only males. I love it. Dylan and I has gone through a lot of turmoil with some things, and I mean, I wouldn't want to do it with anyone else. He's really come through. When I'm having a bad day, when I'm having a bad day or I'm really upset, it's like he's doing really good and he supports me, and then vice versa. When he's having that downtime, I got his back, and I say this really weird, but I have really a lot of connections, and then he's got different connections, and it's really working out. And if I don't click with somebody, he clicks with them, and it's just I'm glad we went into feeders. And I tell people all the time, I'm like, feeders are my money. That's where I want to make my money. I'm doing it just for money. Even though I had someone one time tell me that I'm a money grabbing person when I told them I was going to breed rodents. I said, I'm going to breed rodents and give them away for free. She goes, you're a money grabber. I was like, whatever. I'm not, whatever. And hey, what's funny is, here, I'll put this up. People in business need to read this book. That book right there.
Elephant,
yes. Build a bigger, better business. Be the elephant.
I'll
The other
look
one,
into that book.
The other one that's a really good book. I read a lot. People don't know that I read a lot.
So do I.
I read a lot. And the other one is Think Big Act Small. That's another good one. So yeah. I struggle with this Think Big Act Small thing. I mean, I like telling people what I got planned. Like Reptile post, I should have just did it all behind the scenes and just did it and not said anything and just built it out. And that was a terrible mistake. I don't know. It might come back. Who knows? Darian's back on. Darian's back on Facebook now. I was just talking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Darian's back on Facebook.
That's good.
Yeah, it's fun. Oh wait, we got chatters. I didn't have the chat up, guys. I'm sorry. Frank is there, and okay, Frank and D. Yeah, okay, gotcha. I see it. Yeah, I think we're gonna get our listeners back. Last week, we got some listeners.
I'm sorry about last week. I totally was like, I was in so much pain. I took some pain meds. I was out.
Dude, I understand. What was it? Friday. Yeah, Thursday I went and cleaned rats.
Mm-hmm.
And then Friday night I felt fine. I went to bed. And about 1:30 in the morning, I just got sick. And then from 1:30 until about 4 or 5 o'clock the next day, I was sick. I mean,
you told me you were sick. I was like,
I'm like, what is wrong with me? And the thing is my stomach ached and I was throwing up and stuff, but my eyes, I couldn't focus. It wouldn't focus in on things. Now I'm blind without my contacts, but I had my I couldn't see nothing. And then Laura would come up and it would take me a minute when I would wake up to know where I was at. And I was like, what is going on with me? And then all of a sudden, I'm not joking. I got up and like within a split second, around 7, 8 o'clock, everything went back to normal. It was like instant. I felt it. I was like, what is this? I was so confused. So I was scared to eat. I was scared to drink anything. But I started drinking again. And the next morning, I was fine.
Yeah, that's kind of strange. I'm on here with my buddy Gary. Hold on a minute. Let me see. I don't.
Uh-oh. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, so it was a good time. It was a fun time. I got sick and I got through it. Anyways, though, collaboration is what we're talking about today, guys. Collaboration and stuff like that. And it's kind of funny that I say collaboration when I have a Morph Market shirt on. When people know that our background with Darian and stuff.
I'm back. Sorry.
Oh, you're back. No, you're good.
He had some important something to tell me, and he just. I feel good about it.
Good. Yeah. Yeah. So now I'm better. I got a lot of work to do. I got a lot of work to catch up because I mean, after I didn't send any of my packages on eBay.
Mm-hmm.
Which that I should check right now. I'm checking, telling you guys my late shipments are going to be high because it was like 10 packages. They were late.
I think you froze. Your camera. Oh no, there you go. You're back.
Oh wait,
it was weird.
I froze again, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Oh, when I get off, I want to do this. Wait just a second. I'll put on the. Now am I frozen? No, I'm not frozen. Now am I?
No, you're not frozen. Now.
Yeah. So when I change screens, I have 3 screens. I got 2 screens and 1 screen. So I was doing something on the front screen and it made me freeze.
Oh,
so
I could hear you fine. It was just your picture was frozen. That's all. And I told you if I'm ever close to where you're at, I'll help you do whatever you need. You know.
Oh, I'm under 1%. I'm under 1%. I'm at 0.86% late shipments. So everyone thinks I'm super rich. I'm not. I'm not super rich, but I do pretty good on eBay. I'm a top rated seller. So
that's awesome.
I'm a top rated seller. I was going to try to get top rated plus. So I got a 10% discount on my eBay fees, but I don't know if it's worth it. I got to do 1-day shipping, not shipping to them. I got to ship when I get the order. I got 24 hours to ship the order.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't know if I want to do that. I just don't know. Oh wait, that's late shipments. Where's my defect? My defect, which means bad things happen. Like eBay had to step in, and I didn't. I said no, I'm right, and is 0.36%, not even 1% of my orders. And to tell you what it was, ready for this? You get a defect for them. I lost a package, 3 packages. It was to one person.
But if you lost 3 packages to the same person, doesn't that mean there's something wrong on their end? Don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah. No, it was me. Like I didn't have the item. I lost it. Like I couldn't find the item.
You gave them their money back though, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I refund it.
I
And they
don't know
still
what
make
the
it a
problem is.
defect. Yeah, they still make it. Like the one I just did was a vintage Disney Aladdin genie music. It was broken. And I told the customer it's broke. I broke it. Like I dropped it when I was packaging it.
Mhm.
That was a defect. So the thing is you're allowed to have. Let me see how much defects can I have. You can have up to 0.50. So you can have a 0.5% of defects, or you can't be top rated. You can be above standard. You can't be top rated, but I'm fine. I'm totally fine. I didn't know that Aladdin one hurt me, and it did.
I was selling stuff on eBay once, and I used to sell razors.
Yeah.
Old-fashioned ones. And the one was missing there was like a little comb on it. One was missing one little chip on a tooth. I didn't even notice it. And I mailed it to the person, and they threw a fit like you would. I mean, you would have swore that I said, I will pay for you to ship it back. I will give you your money back. And no, this person was going, oh my God. So they called eBay. eBay called me on the phone and was like, what the hell's going on? And I'm like, look, and they checked it out and they saw the person's complaint. They ended up blocking the person. They're like, that is ridiculous.
Yeah,
I said, and I gave the money back. I was like, I'm not going to fight with them. I'd give them their money back. I don't have a problem with it,
My general rule is if someone says something about an item, and let's say it's a $10 item, and it cost me $5 to ship it. Now they paid me $5 shipping, but if there's something wrong with the product, I can either refund them the $10 and the $5, $6 shipping, and have me pay to get the shipping back, and then try to resell it or whatever. I usually just go ahead and I refund it. I just like whatever, keep the item, throw it away. And now I got what is going on upstairs?
eBay I ended up refunding the money, but eBay paid me the money for it anyway.
Yeah. So I don't know. eBay's weird. I like eBay though. It works.
I have so much stuff I should start selling it on there. I have every Disney movie you can think of on VHS tape. Every single one.
And some of them are worth money. Some are. The Black Diamonds aren't worth what they want. To give you an example, I sold it's like a 3 Amigos or something like that. It was a Donald Duck and something else. It was brand new sealed though. I sold it for $20. So brand new sealed VHS can be worth money. The Disney, not so much.
These ain't sealed though, so
yeah, some of them can be. I do list them still. I got a stack over here. Maybe there's 60 VHS over there, and like 20 of them are Disney. And I list them up for $4, $5 plus $6 shipping. It cost me $5 ship them. They pay me $6 ship it, and I make a few bucks. It's just to add sales. So yeah. Other things that sell. I mean, what's sold on eBay this month? Let's see. Let me see if I can see. eBay's just like Morph Market, guys. Let's see.
You ever think of doing Etsy?
No, I have hard enough time keeping up with eBay sometimes. I have hard enough time keeping up with that. To give you guys an example, my selling costs so far for the last 31 days, my selling cost was $1,200. So I've paid eBay $1,200.
Wow.
Let's see. That's what I was holding. These light bright pegs. You know the light bright pegs? Some of them look white, but they're not. They are the green ones and the green tints. But I sell this for $13 a bag. It's actually pretty good. But dude, yeah, eBay keeps me going. eBay keeps me going. I sold a couple stereos. I sold Night of the Living Dead VHS. I sold that for $11. Original VHS. Aim Lincoln drop beats, not bombs. I sold that for pretty good money. Let's see what else I did here. And then a bunch of Christmas stuff. Oh, I got a bunch of Popular Mechanics. That was the other thing. I got Popular Mechanics from like the 60s and 70s. I sell them for like $10 a pop. And I got 800 of them for $3.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like going to places and buying up all kinds of old stuff and trying to sort it out. I haven't done it in a long time. Last thing I did was like razors and stuff like that. So
yeah, so things are going. It's doing. It's going. eBay's going. Morph Market. I've been looking at Morph Market almost every day. Everyone needs ball pythons now.
Yep. And hognose. But don't get hognose yet. Wait till I'm producing.
There you go. I have 3 females already grabbing ball pythons. Almost 99.9% positive they're gravid. They're doing their thing. They're swelling. I don't know what's going on upstairs. Yeah. Ball python wise, I got Ultramel hypo stuff. I think I just got that. What else did I get? I got clown pied stuff now. I got more sunset stuff.
Pied's the thing, man. Pieds have always been my favorite.
Dude, I got stacks of pies, man. I got stacks. I mean, pies is something I have 6
you got
females.
the chat on?
What's that? Yeah.
You have your.
Yeah, I can see Frank and you and Swollen Balls 130. What's up? How you doing? That was something. My buddy Miles put something in the chat. I don't know if we put it up here, but it was funny about planets and it looks like Swollen Balls. But yeah. Well, pies though, dude. I have 6 females growing up that aren't breedable, and then I got a lot of 12 either het pied or visuals. Right now I got an yellow belly, orange dream, yellow belly female. I got to figure out what to do with. I don't know if I want to take the DG tour, and he's an Enchi DG. If I want to take a sunset, which should be smart. But I'm not chasing the dollars like some people. I'm honestly not chasing the dollars. So I have sunset stuff. I don't have monsoon stuff. I'm working on monsoon stuff. But I don't know, like, should I go? I mean, the power I could do is I have a super Enchi. And instead of breeding it to something to add Enchi and a bunch of stuff, I took it to an Enchi Desert Ghost. So I can make super Enchi and Enchi's Het Desert Ghost to set me up for what I want to breed in later. And so I don't know if I want to take, like, I have an Orange Dream Clown Male. This is an Orange Dream Clown Male. What, $100, $200, $300? And I might take it to that Orange Dream Yellow Belly pie to put into my pie clown stuff that I have. Good idea.
I think my opinion is if you do lower end stuff, not like lower quality, but lower end, you would sell more than you do if you're like $5,000 animals, $6,000 animals. I mean, you could do some of them, but I would do most of it so that the average person can get their hands on it.
Well, like my buddy Jim, where I got Jim and Anna of Next Level is where I got this collection. Okay. And I was talking to him, and he says, hey, when you go after them, $100 to $500 animals, you're going to create $1,000 animal here and there. You're going to do it. And I'm like, yeah. Now I do want to go after some high dollar animals, but it's for me, I don't even want to sell them. I want obsidians. I want the super mahogany, which is a Suma, to a blackhead. I want a blackhead Suma, which are obsidians. But where I'm going to go after it is we're going to make blackhead mahoganies, and I'm going to breed it to blackhead mahogany, so we have a chance after that super. A super blackhead, super Suma. I messed up. I should have looked more into it. I have a GHI girl. She's just a GHI girl. And I bred it to our Super Mojave to make GHI Mojaves. They're cool.
Mm-hmm.
I have a blackhead Mojave that I'm not breeding this year, a male. I should have bred it to GHI. The GH, they're insane. They're insane.
I would be happy with just an entire collection of different types of pieds. That's just the way I am, though.
Dude, pied is fun. I like adding Enchi into pied. It gives more pattern. And I got a few Enchi pied stuff. Yeah. I like the Enchi pieds. What I don't really have. I mean, Rinnick is the one that produced our male Mr. Moody, our biggest pied male.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so Ben produced that. So that's now that's another thing I'm going to use. I know this is kind of cheating, but Reptarians, we use Mr. Moody. Mr. Moody's a breeding ball python too. He's just a normal pied, but he's 3,200 grams, I think, something like that. He's a big boy. And so I can actually, his babies, I can tell people Rinnick bred it, the male, so it's Rinnick line. And when people hold Mr. Moody at Reptarian, it's like, oh, I love this snake. Would you like his son? Would you like his daughter?
Mm-hmm.
I have that. I have that ability now to do that. So we're going to produce a lot of pieds. I got mahogany pieds coming this year. I think she's starting to build really nice. She hasn't ovulated or nothing. She's just building. But our mahogany het pied bred are pretty good. I'm going to put them back in there again. I don't know. There's so much I want to do. I mean, I can go after the Suma blackhead pied too. There's so much we can do. I wonder if they got a GHI Mojave blackhead. Whoops. Black head. I don't know if. Oh, there it is. Morph Market's stupid. I don't like it no more. This is one I can share this now. Oh, what am I doing? I guess. Oh, there it is. There we go. My screen was all messed up. So this one is produced by Garrick DeMeyer. I like this one. It is a GHI Mojave Blackhead, but the one I seen didn't have the gold. It had more black to it.
I like that though. You see how it looks like it's spray painted or something.
Yeah, so I was like, wow, that's a lot cooler. Just adding that blackhead in there to GHI Mojave. See, this one here has pastel and hypo, so it takes that color away. But that would have been a very dark animal at one point. That would have been, let's see, blackhead GHI pot. That's just a blackhead, possible Mojave. I don't think that's Mojave. Let's see here. They don't have the one I seen. It was on Facebook. So that's all there is for that combo. There's 9 animals up for sale.
Well, it's kind of limited then. That's pretty good.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about going this is an Enchi in it. This is pretty cool. That Enchi makes it pretty cool.
That's really cool. Wow. I like that.
So
that's Canadian though, right?
Yeah, that's in Canada. So my finding is everyone says they got blackhead, and they probably do. Okay, it's been around since 2002. But
something like that.
The blackhead trait is not really. I mean, if you go super blackhead, watch this super. This is where I get.
It's right there. Oh,
there we go. So we go super blackhead. There is only 2 pages of them on Morph Market. And they got other genes in them, of course. But there's only 2 pages of super blackheads up. So my theory is either there's blackheads out there and aren't blackheads. Or the super blackhead's harder to hit than I think. Or there's an issue with super blackhead.
I believe there's an issue with it. I think when you do blackhead to blackhead, I think you can get kinks. I'm not 100%. Don't quote me on that 100% though.
Morph Market says spinning. So if we go to Morphpedia.
Oh, okay, that could be then. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, if we go here and we go, I don't know if it says anything about the super blackhead. I think it's just blackhead.
Maybe you should, yeah,
it's just blackhead. But they said the super, and maybe it wasn't even on here, but they said spinning. But everyone I've talked to says no. It is in the spider complex though. The issue that I think with the spider complex that's really weird with it is if you breed blackhead to spider, it makes kind of a normal looking animal that you could tell it's spider, I'm told, but it takes the spinning out. So an actual visual spider, an actual animal that's spider in blackhead, it will not spin. And then it says the blackhead ball python fur. So let's see the issues. It doesn't say the issues, does it? Let's see. Issues. Blackhead, through many breeding programs, have proven to reduce the genetic wobble in other morphs in its complex. There are claims that the super blackhead does have a wobble on its own, but these reports are yet to be completely confirmed. Every single soul I have talked to says it does not. The only people that have told me that it does are people that doesn't have blackhead. So now that's a really good. This one's a really good blackhead. Michael Jones's blackhead there. Ralph Davis is the one that came up with blackhead, or found the blackhead, should I say? I am not an expert at IDN morphs. Okay, I'm not, but I do see a lot of mislabeled blackheads and the mislabeled mahoganies out there. And I'm sure we see it because I think it's one of the morphs that if it's dark, they just think it's blackhead. It's a mahogany. When it comes to cinnamon and black pastel, like I have a black pastel girl here. And the black pastel, you could tell it's a black pastel. You could tell. And then I got cinnamon here, but all my cinnamons, I have 3. They're hidden in other genes. Like I have a vanilla, cinnamon, hypo, pastel male. It's just a white looking snake with some pattern. So anyone that wants white and bright snakes on the albino side of it, you want to put them dark complexes. A blackhead albino, super blackhead albino would look insane. So I don't know. We do have a lot of blackhead here. I have blackhead in Mojave stuff. I have blackhead in, let's see, blackhead in, I got tons of hypo too. Hypo or ghosts, whatever you guys want to call it. And I have DG. The only thing I don't have a lot of stuff in the gene is sunset. In sunset, we have lesser sunset and we have pastel sunset. So I don't have a lot of stuff. I mean, I don't know. I want to make stuff, but then I don't want to sit on stuff either. Like, I don't know.
It is. It's kind of hard to make decisions.
I have spot nose now. Spot nose clowns.
They do not have any, like, unless you're Canova, really crazy stuff out there anymore. No, you're not seeing as many like one gene crazy shit pop up anymore.
Nope, it's all combos. Was I watching? Someone, maybe it was in Canada. They came up with a new something was new. But I didn't see it. I mean, I didn't see it. They showed me the animal. I don't see anything special with it, but it could be. I don't know. Who am I to say it's not? But I mean, what I do like about genetic testing is back in like lesser and butter, same freaking animal. Hurricane Trick and Blitz, all the same thing. So with genetic testing now, we can actually test what these genes are when they learn that gene. and we can get what we need.
Come on, Tucker, move.
Tucker's having fun. He's having fun. So, I mean, I don't know how many. There's 240-ish something genetics for I mean, Xanthic came out. Xanthic's got what, 5? They got VPI, Joliffe, MJ, TSK, and GCR. So, I don't know, but them are all proven to be different, I believe. I don't know, but
yeah, I don't think they're compatible. There might be 1 or 2 of them compatible, but majority of them are not. I know VPI is only compatible with VPI.
I did see a cool VPI at the Tinley show. They wanted 20,000. It was ungodly awesome. I forget everything was in it, but it was ungodly. It was cool. It was literally like white, and black. I was like, that's insane. Now, it was a baby. Who knows what it looked like when it gets older? It was a baby. It was like 300 grams, 400 grams. But yeah, I mean, so my ball python game, we're collaborating. I mean, my buddy Dylan, my business partner, First Choice Feeders, got the other half of the ball pythons. So when I was going to get them, I was even talking to you. I was like, I'm not keeping all these ball python. I'm not keeping this large collection.
Mm-hmm.
So I was jokingly trying to push some on him, and he's like, "Oh, I'll take 10." All right, cool beans. I was like, sweet. And then all of a sudden, what they brought, we almost split them down the middle. How we did it was, he took a big project, I took a big project, and then we kind of did a draft, like the important stuff, and we're like, okay, that's the 20 animals that are like, oh my gosh. And then we took the rest of them, we just opened a drawer and like, I'll take that. And then we open like, oh, that's a female that goes with something you have. You should take that one. And at the end of the day, I mean, it went smooth. It was just, oh, there's one rack of 14 animals. And he goes, you just want them? Because they were just a bunch of hets.
That is true. 20K is kind of crazy. It's still a ball python.
To tell you the truth, 20K is on the low end of what I've seen say for ball python.
Oh, I know. I remember when pods came out, they were 80K.
I mean, I personally would never spend $20,000 on a ball python, but I can't say that fully now since I'm breeding ball pythons. Because, I mean, when it was a leopard gecko, when I bought a leopard gecko, I'm like, I know the return I'm going to get. I know what I'm going to get. I'd spend $2,000 on a leopard gecko. I know if I got a $2,000 male leopard gecko and I could breed it to other stuff, start a project, and I got that return in 2 years, okay. Okay. I mean, would I spend $2,000 on a Black Knight when it came out? No. Black Knight are garbage. I mean...
Now, if Dylan's your business partner, right? Why would you not just put them all together and buy them for the business and then?
Because that's a part of Dab Exotics and mine's Orner Exotics. So Dylan and I are really professional about it, and we know, like, I own Reptarians and Orner Exotics. Laura and I own Reptarians, Orner Exotics. That is us. Then he owns Dab Exotics and Scaled Up Expos. That is him. And then we both own First Choice Feeders. Does First Choice Feeders overlap all that? 100%. I would say he's put in a bigger position or a harder position because it's Scaled Up is an expo. So we're getting, when we get something like, oh, it's just because, it's Dylan. It hasn't happened yet, but I'm sure they talk. But
that's funny, Leo.
What's that?
Clouded for the win.
Oh yeah, clouded for the win. I'm telling you, clouded for the win. The clouded, I'm working on it. There are some projects that I of course didn't let go. Clouded, I'm working on pretty hardcore, pretty hardcore. And I don't know what I'm going to do with Cypher. And I know there's going to be people out there watching this. It's going to be like, oh, Cypher's awesome. I don't see it. I mean, I see some Cypher that made me go, whoa, I have Cypher in my stuff. I just sent one of my Cypher boys to Dylan. He needed a Cypher visual, and I had a Cypher visual male. I said, there you go. and he's gonna. I don't want to say what he's gonna do with it because it might be a surprise for someone. I don't know. But there it is. I mean, that's the bonus of having friends, and especially local. I mean, Leo's one of them. If Leo wanted something in my collection and he goes, I need this, here you go, but I don't care. He would take it. I know he would take care of my animal 100%. And I would want nothing out of it. It just, there you go.
You know, I forgot when I asked that question about Orner Exotics and his end of his stuff that he does himself. For some reason, I wasn't even thinking of that.
Yeah, I was gonna take it all, but I'm like, that's a large collection. It'd have been a lot. I mean, I got a lot here. He's got a lot now, and if it wasn't for First Choice Feeders, I probably would have took it all. But I mean, me taking care of a large leopard gecko collection, a large ball python collection, doing eBay and First Choice Feeders, I was going to sell it. So getting him to take it, it made it just easy. It was like, I don't have to sell nothing anymore. I mean, sure, I probably got animals he really wanted, and he got animals that I really wanted. But to give an example,
back and forth.
Right? Yeah, like I'm giving him my GHI male probably Thursday. Remind me, Dylan. I got a GHI pair. My GHI male is het hypo, and the GHI female's het nothing. But he has a GHI female, but he also has a bunch of Mojave females. And I'm like, I got a GHI male. If you want GHI Mojaves, there you go. But I am going to talk to him that to his GHI female, if we can throw my blackhead Mojave to it, if he didn't pair nothing with it yet. Because I would like to go after that blackhead Mojave GHI. And I mean, and he took the spider stuff too, because he wanted the one spider that had a bunch of genes in it that he wanted. I mean, it's an insane spider, but he's going to try to breed the spider out of it. Not meaning he's going to cure spider. He's going to breed it and then keep all the non-spider stuff and try to replace that project. So, I mean, it's just, the ball python game became really, really big to me. I'm really taking my leopard gecko mind and putting it into the ball pythons.
That's a good idea.
The only person I know that's done it is another gecko breeder that went back and went into ball pythons.
That would have to be Garrick DeMeyer.
Garrick DeMeyer. I love Garrick DeMeyer. Another one that's really hidden but friends with Garrick DeMeyer is Doug, and I don't know his last name, but Hissy Fitz Reptiles. Hissy Fitz, look him up on. I'm gonna just.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
I've been buying stuff off of him. He knew that I was not Doug Knacker. That's it, Doug Knacker. He knew that I was just a leopard gecko breeder, and he never pressured me to buy ball pythons. And then when he found out I was getting ball pythons, he never pressured me. But I picked up my Ultramel hypo stuff from him, and this is his Ultramel stuff. Like, this is a leopard Ultramel right here. I mean, it's just an Ultramel, but it's still a beautiful animal. And everything I've gotten off him is just slamming stuff. And he doesn't have a large morph market, but he does have some cool stuff. The Pastel Enchi Clown Het DG. You see, I heart stuff. If that was a female, it'd be in my collection. If that was a female, I do not want to waste one of my DGs females on that animal. But if it was vice versa, I'd breed my Enchi DG to it. Make Super Enchi. You could possibly make a Pastel Super Enchi DG Het Clown out of it. That would be insane. And the one I'm thinking about picking up off of them is this pair right here. I can just click one of them because the other one's just a male. It's a Pastel Double Het DG and G Stripe 50% Het Clown. I don't even care if they hit whatever Het Clown. Just to have that double recessive DGG stripe stuff.
Leo said Albie's balls now.
Oh, Albie is balls now. That's right. I forgot about Albie. He's another one. And he is kind of the king for line breeding. He's the one that I truly believe Albie is one of the foundation people saying, let's line breed this stuff. Let's breed for this color. So yeah, you're 100%. Yeah, non-spider siblings are cool. I missed a bunch of these. I mean, it's more time for everyone instantly. So the spider, it's only visual. Yes. So what is wrong with spider? Now, I don't know if this is 100% true. I've read 3 articles on it, and I haven't really dug into it because I haven't had time. Is they say that the spider spins because the ear bones are deformed.
Ah, you know what? That could be.
So it's
But
only
why
in
would that
visuals.
have? Now you see, people would think that wouldn't affect the spider. They'd be like, well, why is it when you go to feed them they do it? Well, when they get excited to go after food, their blood pressure goes up, and anybody knows that blood pressure goes. There's veins that go run around your ear. Probably makes it hum or something, and makes them do a spin.
Boas. Yeah. I can send you to a good boa breeder. Send you to a real good boa breeder, next level.
I've been watching. What's the name there? Jeff from
Ronnie?
Ryan. No, he does. He makes those enclosures. What are they? What's his name? I can't think of his name right now. Boa Files guy.
Oh, boa files. Yeah.
I've been watching him, and age over size is what he goes by. He breeds his females. A lot of his females ain't very big, but they're 3 years old, of course,
Well, okay. Next level does the same thing. So if you talk to some of the and it is Jeff Ronnie. But if you talk to the boa people that are like into it, like actually care, they all do by age. Next level, it's all about age. I don't think you would see next level breed a 2-year-old boa. They wouldn't do it. It's not even a thing to them. You don't even think about it. It's 3 to 5 years old. I thought about doing some different types of boas. I thought about bringing them in, but with Reptarians and Orner Exotics, I think Orner Exotics is kind of tapped on what they're going to produce. We're going to produce some king snakes, some corn snakes, stuff like that. We're going to produce those. But then Reptarians is going to produce animals too. We're going to do the natural enclosures. I want to show people that cohabiting, snakes and even lizards in the right habitat can work. And I mean, there's people. Tom Crutchfield does it. I just seen a post of his saying that his Crotalus is bred better the last 4 years that he's done this than he did his whole lifetime. So I want to set up these big, huge enclosures and, maybe have an Amazon tree boa pair in a proper, huge, nice enclosure and have a pair there, see if they breed, and blah, 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 instead of putting them in just little cubes. See what happens. But Reptarians is going to try to do rare stuff. That's what we're going to do with that. But boas take up a lot of room too.
They really do.
Yeah, boas take up a lot of room. Colombians, they're not even BCI anymore. BCO, they're not even that anymore. They're BC, BI, is it? BC and then BI and something else.
Yeah, they've changed everything around. It's weird.
Yeah, so when I talk, it's just different. If
you're not keeping up with it, you're losing out.
I guarantee boa people look at me like I look at people that today. I see people today just release videos yesterday going, the pinstripe is a codominant gene, or this is a codominant gene. There is no such thing as codominant in reptiles. It's a plant thing. So what a codominant is, the best thing to do, I can show you with a piece of paper or a napkin, is split this down the middle. One side would be red, one side would be blue. That'd be codominant, with the parent being blue and a parent being red, and it shows both traits at the same time. Not paradox.
It's almost like a pink princess philodendron, where you get one leaf that's half of it's green and
Mhm.
half of it's pink, and it's a bright pink. Same thing.
So incomplete dominant is it doesn't show its complete form. So
hmm
I tell people the easiest way to do this is there's dominant, there's no super form. So pinstripe is a good way to say it. You breed two together, you don't get super. I know there's argument that there are, and you just keep getting your. It acts like an incomplete dominant forever,
hmm
and then incomplete dominant. I tell people is like a visual het to a recessive. So
hmm
take Blue-Eyed Lucy, take Mojave. You can tell the Mojave is different. It's het for Blue-Eyed Lucy.
hmm that's what it is. Yeah.
It's just het for Blue-Eyed Lucy. I know someone's going to get out there and be like, "That's wrong." I understand that's wrong, but it's better than saying codominant.
hmm
So I try to explain that to people. And then when I try to get into allelic, I was trying to explain allelic to someone the other day, and I'm like, "Oh, that's hard." And take the yellow belly complex. The yellow belly complex is deep.
Oh, it's. I gave up on it because.
And then you got cryptic and krypton and clown.
Mhm.
That's them are recessives, and then you got toffee and albino. So now you got recessive that are allelic, and then you got incomplete dominance that are allelic. I mean, it's in deep. So yeah,
It gets a little crazy. What I do is I go. I know how to make an albino. I know how to make a pie. I'm good. Yeah.
I got a buddy of mine that is looking to get some white lips.
Ooh, they're cool.
Yeah, I was like that's a one I'm going to get for the zoo. I don't know if I'm going to breed them for the zoo, but I am going to get them for the zoo. The white lips.
So here,
will happen.
okay. Now here's what you do: you get a pair, put them in the zoo, and if they do their thing, they do their thing. If they don't, they don't.
Yeah, we could do that. Angolans is the other one he's going to try to get.
Angolans are cool. Children's pythons are cool. I think they're an ant. They're just like
Anthill. Yeah.
I definitely would love to get into those a little bit.
There's so many species. I want matlocks. Matlocks are. I want those. I want to get voltas. The ball python voltas.
Yeah, they're cool. They get really huge.
See,
I think personally, I think there's some voltas mixed in with some of the stuff
100%.
because you can get like some massive ball pythons, and they'd be like, "Oh no, it's just this."
I'm not a fan of Outback. I don't know. I'm not a fan of what Outback's done. Some of the stuff Outback's done, but they probably got the best write up on Volta. For the Volta planes, they've been collecting forever. So we got them in, and they were big. We just bred them together. Now they finally localize it and says these are different. What makes me a little weird is the head size. The head size of the Voltas are bigger. I want to get a pair of Voltas and keep them pure. I don't even want to breed them into ball pythons. The regular ball pythons. I know they're ball pythons. I think they could be a subspecies. Now, some people are like, no, they're not. They're just a locality. Leopard geckos started that way, and then they're subspecies. And everything starts that way until you find something. Don't say something's absolute. Nothing's ever absolute.
No, I agree with you. Blackheads would be cool to have too.
Yeah. Blackhead pythons. I was just looking at those. Olive pythons. I would like to get some scrubs. I'm looking at some young scrubs here from United Reptiles. Never heard of them, but they got a pair up for $1,400. There's a lot of stuff that I want to get. Just have fun with. It'd be great. I don't know. Getting back into stuff. Got ball pythons. Might as well get back into all the other snakes too. Whoop,
might as well.
Yeah, you might as well get everything and say, "Hey, do this all." What in the? Oh, the rush center's got stuff going on. Since I was on speak earlier.
Oh, I think you guys need to get into breeding some tortoises.
Groot's ready. He tries. We'll try to do redfoots. We're probably going to try to do redfoots. Especially in the zoo, we'll try to do redfoots. I don't want to breed sulcata. No. Leopards, maybe. Leopard tortoises, redfoot tortoises, Herman tortoises. stuff like that. I'm really excited about that.
The eastern or the western Hermans?
I don't know yet. I don't even know what we have. Ours are just surrender, so they both look different. But I would love to. And who is texting me now? Everyone's texting me. Why is everyone? Yes, everyone's texting me all the time. Everyone wants to talk to me. Now this guy's gonna just keep going. But anyways, yeah, tortoises are gonna be something we look into. I can't say I don't want Adalbers would be fun to breed.
Oh, I guess so.
It'd be fun to do. I mean,
my dream tortoise to have would be a Egyptian tortoise. They would be so awesome to have, but they're hard to get and they're very expensive. So I'm like, no.
There's a lot of tortoises I want to get, and well, Laura wants to get but
I watch all our videos.
Yeah, we'll figure. I told her we'll figure it out. Once we get the zoo, I'm sure there's gonna be tortoise land or tortoises. They're gonna be a big area. There's other plans I got. I was just talking to. I just had to talk to some government officials today. It was kind of weird. And the tortoises came up. The tortoises did come up, which was a good thing. It wasn't a bad thing. I work with the wildlife people here that deal with the ordinances and stuff like that. And I don't know. My name came up in a Green Bay board meeting, and my guy isn't on the board in Green Bay, but he's on the outside surrounding cities. So he goes to the meetings. And he just says, you might want to go to the next meeting because they talked about you. And I'm like, oh, great. And he goes, no, like highly respected you.
Oh, that's good.
And I'm like, oh, okay. So now I don't mind.
You're thinking, oh my gosh, we're in for a fight for something.
Yeah, I was like, here we go, But I know I got some ideas. I don't know what we're gonna do next. And how you doing, Alan Paul? How you doing? I love snakes too. I do. I gotta look at the chat. Chat's in a different spot.
Yeah, it's a few things are a little different around here, but we'll get it.
I know that I can. I don't know. Oh, you can't see that when I do that. But like this, I can move over there, and it should move the Fauna Radio thing.
Yeah, I saw that move. I saw. Yep.
So there's certain things I can do, and I can make it bigger. I can go like this and cover you up if I wanted to. I guess, but
that improves it.
There's like stuff I can do. I just don't know everything to do. Like if I go here, that's widgets, social. I don't know what half this stuff does. I don't know. See, now I can see alert box and chat box and all this, but I don't know what to do with it. I don't know how to make the alert box work and the tip goal work, and I don't know how to do all that yet. So whatever.
Over my many years, I have bred pretty much every kind of reptile you could think of. Not tortoises or turtles or nothing like that, but when it comes to snakes and stuff like that, yeah.
Snakes are fun. That's all I used to do. I might have typists lined up again. I do. So I mean, I got the venomous now. I got the Gila. Then we got
that's another dream animal, bucket list animal, I should say.
I don't think I'm gonna breed this male. He's beat up. I should get him on video one day and to show people.
Is he like a wild caught one or something from somewhere?
I can't say that.
Okay.
I can't. I can't. I can't say because I don't know. But it came from a place that could have been wild caught.
Oh, and you're not sure,
and I don't know if it is. Of course, wild caught it's illegal.
Well, I didn't think you would buy one. I thought maybe you rescued one.
This was surrendered. Yeah, this was 100% surrendered to me, and the DNR was involved. The law. Everyone knows I have it. So it's funny when people are like, "Oh, we're gonna go ahead." The state of Wisconsin knows I have it, so do what you do. And then the Western was surrendered, of course, with that eye issue, and now it's still cloudy, but the swelling's gone.
Oh, that's good. I meant to ask you about that a while ago, how that one was turning out.
Nope, he's decent.
Last you sent me a picture, it looked pretty tough. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it looks decent. people ask why I don't take video of my animals, and I'm like, one, I don't get a lot of time with them. So when I get time with them, it's hard for me. Oh, let me get the cameras out now. So
Yeah. Don't
um,
move.
yeah. So like today when I went to the facility, I went and we fed the iguana. Talked to her for a little bit because she's very social. I made it rain in those.
Is it a green iguana or?
Yeah, a green iguana.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, our rhino. We have a rhino iguana too. The green iguana is social. So then I went to the Gila cage. I made it rain because people don't think so. Gila monsters love water.
Mm-hmm.
So I fill up his bowl and I just make the whole thing just soaking wet. It's soaking. And then I play with Tilt's above him. So I get in there, I play with Tilt a little bit and let him chase my hand a little bit. He's friendly. That's what he does. Then I go on the other side of that aisle and I got Balance on the other side on top and I play with her for a while on the other tag. Then Toast is under her and I play with him. Well, I get in there, I pet him a little bit and he shoots at me and whatever. Then that's when it kind of is where the geckos used to be in a U. And the rattlesnake's there, a jungle carpet's there, Henry's there, a boa that I'm watching for a friend is there, some king snakes. So then I make sure all them snakes are okay, and then I start cleaning because only the animals that are there are the ones that are against ordinance here. So if it gets ordinance here, it's at that facility until we either move or change the ordinances here. But yeah, we got rhino iguanas. You guys knew that. What else?
They're cool.
We got Savannah monitors. I guess Savannah monitors this last time I talked to you.
Oh, they're cool too.
They were surrendered to us. They were in rough shape. And we thought the one we were gonna have to put down.
Ooh.
So a friend of mine doesn't own because it's a 501c. It runs Badgerland. She owns it. It's hers. Badgerland Reptile Rescue, and it was surrendered to me at a show. And she came up and she goes, "Oh, that big one's kind of." I'm like, "Yeah, it's dehydrated." And then the other one, it had no life.
Oh,
and it was dehydrated, like it wouldn't move. And I'm like, "This one, I don't know." And what's cool is Badgerland had a couple of vet people there. And they both were like, if it doesn't make the next 24 hours, you might want to put it down. And they thought it was going to die in 24 hours. Brought it home. Lori got it. Drinking, eating, all that. It's 100% fine. It bit me the other day.
For me, reptiles is just a hobby.
Me, I don't know how to reply to that. Sorta. I do nothing else for a living. I don't work for anybody. So, but I do eBay. I do First Choice Feeders, feeding company. I got Orner Exotics, which is breeding. And then I got Reptarians, which is educational programming. So, like, we go to schools. At the expo, I'm not selling animals at the next expo. I will have Reptarians animals there to show and hold and play with. So, I make a living at it, I guess. It's hard to say sometimes because I don't make with Orner Exotics. I did make a living at it before I had to stop breeding for a while. I mean, I was one of them big bad producers. Big bad producers. I blame Leo for that. Oh man, ball pythons. Those got me. The auctions. Do you go on the auctions ever and look at the auctions?
I check them out.
They're starting to go higher.
But a lot of stuff was going so low, and I was thinking to myself, if you bid on something, somebody always jumps in the last minute and outbid you. So
I won. I know, Nick. When you're watching this, Nick, I love you. Don't take this the wrong way. I thought my buddy Nick put up a pastel het sunset female, and I started bidding on it. And I won it. And I want it for dirt cheap, just to let you know. I want it cheaper than a male even goes for. And when I won it, I'm like, oh, it's a male. I don't need the male. But I got it. I'm going to use it. So I was like, There's a pastel sunset. I got a pastel het sunset. Pastel sunset going for $420 right now.
Oh yeah.
See?
They had a years ago before morph markets started doing it, like a long time ago when they first came out with albino blood pythons.
Yeah.
They a friend of mine, not a friend of mine, but somebody I knew put one up for sale. Not for sale, but for auction. Okay.
Uh-oh.
And he's like, we'll see how this goes. So everybody's bidding on it, and I bid $75, and nobody bid above it because they were going for like $600-700, and I won it. And I'm like, dude, I talked to him separately after the auction was over. I'm like, you don't have to send me that animal. I'll just say that because it went for $75. I'm like, you don't have to send me that animal. I don't want you to lose money. I get it, And he's like, no, you won it fair and square. He goes, I will send it to you with no problems asked. I said, you sure? Because I'd be honest with you. You can keep it and just sell it, and I'll tell everybody I got it for me and everything was fine. But no, he sent it to me, and then he never did another auction again.
Auctions, okay, so Morph Market's getting away with doing auctions a little bit because they got the traffic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But
yeah.
for a site that would get 1,000 hits a day, I wouldn't do an auction. This is an animal that would almost be worth getting just to get, but you would have to breed the spider out, breed it, and get non-spider versions. It's a pastel or a puzzle spider.
Yeah,
It's going for $25. So, I mean, yeah, it's spider. But what I would do with it is I would breed it, and then take all the even if you bred it to something that wasn't puzzle, and then take all the normal looking het puzzles, and then you got your het puzzles.
I got a lot of crap from people for that, though. I mean, the comments after that were like, "What a way to stick it to the man." So you drive a Lambo, Gary, huh? You have leather bound books, and you have reptile racks made of pure mahogany, huh?
That's still 2004.
Well,
I love my Lambo. I love my Lambo now. But yeah, I wish I was rich. This last 2 years have been hard, man.
I believe it. I mean, crazy how things went. I remember, 2 years ago when stuff started hitting hard, I was like, whoa.
You should do videos. Just do them.
Mm-hmm, I agree.
My issue is 5 years ago, I was good financially. And then when the kid thing happened and I had to stop breeding, put the animals in a facility, and everything went south, it hurt. It hurt. And then I was breeding dubia. And then my business partner now, Dylan, was like, let's be this business partner. I thought it was wrong for me to continue breeding dubia and making money off it if I have a business partner in it. So I stopped breeding. I bred dubia, but I stopped selling them at shows. So it wasn't my money anymore. I lost a lot of income. And I was like, what do I do? We're starting to dig ourselves out now. eBay does good for me. I mean, it's not the best, but it does good for me. I need another Lambo though. Send me my other Lambo. Like, here's a pair of hypo pies, a pair of them for $350.
I'll return your Lambo this weekend.
There you go.
Up, right, I'll drive it and drop it off to you. I used it enough.
See, here's something I don't get. This is something I don't get here. This is a super enchy female, 2020, 1,900 grams. It's self-produced. It's produced by, I don't know who this person is. I don't know who that is. Okay. But it's a super enchy. That's a super enchy all day. That's super enchy.
Mm-hmm.
So at 1,900 gram female at $150.
Ready to breed.
Ready to breed. And I mean, they're shipping to $80. So let's say you got $230 into this.
Does it have an age on there though?
2020. So it's 4 years old.
Okay.
So it will produce. This big girl is a great breeder, big healthy eggs and big clutches. She's back to up to weight and ready to go again. Great eater, not bred or paired this season. So even if you bred that to an enchy and made more super enchies,
you'll get your money back in the first year.
She gave you 5 eggs. You sold them for $100 a piece.
Yeah.
Now, someone's going, all ball pythons don't go for $100. But they can. If people stop racing to the bottom.
I figure he's starting the bidding out at 150, and that's because that's probably what he paid for her when he first got her.
Yeah. And I guarantee it'd probably go for $150. It probably will just go for $150. I just don't understand. I mean, some of these auctions are insanely cheap. Like this 2024 ivory baby for $50. It's okay. It's super, yellow belly. Okay. I mean, I get it, but I mean, right here, a bongo fire yellow belly clown male. It's got 44 hours left. It's going for $35.
Now, I've never dug into the.
Got a reserve.
I was just going to ask, is there a reserve?
No one does. That's smart. I mean, I just don't understand some of these prices are going so cheap, and some aren't even bid on.
Now you got me wanting to go on and check them out.
I mean, if someone had $600, they could go on the auction and get a nice pair of snakes.
Easy, very nice pair.
I mean, look at this one. Sunsets. Everyone's going nuts about sunsets. I've seen like 7 sunsets not sell. This one does not have a reserve. It's a sunset fire yellow belly. So I don't know why.
And it's a male, so you can plug it into a lot of other stuff to give it, head for everything be head for sunset, or unless you got other sunset females at home. Yeah.
So I mean, $900. It gets you $950 to get you this animal at this moment. It's
that's
a
breeding
sunset.
size. That could be, it's
1 year,
almost 400 grams. Yeah.
Let's see. A blackhead Huffman Mojave sugar female for $150. It's 60 hours left on it, but I mean, some of these we just go to the ones are ending soon. That one ended, so I can't see what that is. I think that went for like $200. A blackhead NG pastel clown, $275. A black pastel leopard clown, $360. This is insane.
A lot of people were upset at him to do this. You know that?
And the people that are upset do the most auctions.
I believe that too. I do.
Because an auction, okay, this is how I look at auctions. This is how I personally, I know we're talking about collaboration a little bit, but this is how I would do with auctions. Auctions are for two or three things. One, to move animals that you don't need, that aren't moving for you. So your price is either wrong, your marketing's wrong, or it's just not time for that animal to move. So if you need to move it, auctions will move it if you price it at a $0.
Ed from CMC, how you doing, buddy? How are things going?
What's up, dude?
We'll have to get you back on. He's doing so much right now with animal for shows for children and stuff, like educational stuff.
Yes.
We need to get him back on here to talk about it.
Yes, we can do that. Hell yeah, we can do that. Let's do that. I'm game. I am totally game on that. We just got to hook it up. This program works pretty good. I like it.
Yeah.
So get back to the auction. The move animals that you care what they go for, but you should be able to start them at 99 cents or $1 or whatever to get people bidding on them. What they sell for, they move out of your racks, they go.
Mm-hmm.
The other things that the auctions are going to do is it's a guaranteed sale if someone bids on it. So you do I forget, these go for 4 days, 5 days. So if you start them at 99 cents, they're going to sell. You got income coming in.
Does he have auctions on everything other than just ball pythons? Does he have it on like hognose and everything?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But no one, I mean, hognose come up on here sometimes. JMG puts some up and all that. What you're seeing that the animals that don't go for big money are common stuff that everyone's got. The hognose usually go for good money. Like they go for close to market. But like, I mean, this pastel sunset for $420 with 19 hours left. This one here. Let's just take this one. That's from Brock Wagner, I believe. Yeah, it's Brock.
No reserve.
There's no reserve because he knows it's going to sell. Is it going to sell for $1,000? Probably not. Is it going to sell for $750 to $600 to $750? Yeah, probably going to sell for that, and it's a guaranteed move for him. It's a guaranteed check. At the end of that, it's guaranteed money in his pocket. So let me ask you this: if you got animals that are worth $1,000, I don't think a pastel sunset's worth $1,000 anymore. It could be.
I don't have any idea.
But let's say it's worth $1,000 and you're getting $650 for it, and you got 10 of them, and you got $650. You just put them in auction. You got $650, and you did them for 10 weeks. You got $6,500 in 10 weeks.
Yeah.
That's better than asking 1,000, complaining about it, and them sitting in your rack and you're not getting nothing. So that's another thing that auctions are good. It's a guaranteed sale if you do the reserve. Now, people that put, I don't know what Donald Trump is. I have no clue what that is. Like this one here, this 1.1 Yellow Belly Mario Het GS, 50% Het Pied, and Pastel Het GS, Genetic Stripe Het Pied, 50% Het Pied. It's going for $40.
Now, is that $40
Plus
now?
shipping.
1.1, that's 2,
Yep.
right? That's
Yep, you get 2 of them.
Is that for that price, or is that price doubled?
No, it's $40 for the 2 snakes.
Okay.
So if someone won at $40, they'd be paying $110 for this pair. Okay. I have sold Mojave. I don't know not much about the Mario. I don't know what the Mario is. Is it going to be worth this? If that went for $100, is each snake worth more than $50? Possibly. I hate using the term side effect, but these might be extras to a project that they were going after. And this is now what they don't need. So they're moving them on, and someone has a chance. I mean, it looks like, it's 50% Het Pied. That's what they're 50% Het Pieds. And they're Het Genetic Stripes.
Is that Flawless?
Yeah, it's Flawless. Yep.
Yeah, we'll have to get him on again, too.
Yeah, that's why I went there, because I know he wouldn't be mad at me picking on his stuff. And I'm not even really picking on it. So, it's a guaranteed sell. He's guaranteed now to move them animals. Guaranteed. It might not be the price, but it's guaranteed. So, I know people are like, you shouldn't breed if you can't keep them, blah, blah, blah. At some point, you have to move the animals.
Yes, Miguel. He's pretty cool. I like Miguel.
Oh, I was like, I've seen him a little late. I'm seeing him a little late on my chat.
Oh,
yeah, Miguel. Miguel's pretty cool.
I got 2 open up so I can see what's going on.
I like Miguel's videos. I like how he goes about it. I like how he's. He does. I want to say, I know everyone knows Miguel. Everyone knows Ever Evolving, right? That's what's Ever Evolving. Always evolving.
Always
yeah, everyone knows Miguel though. And the thing is
Cusco's cool too. Yep.
Cusco's a good guy. I think Cusco at Tinley. I just seen Cusco at Tinley. I picked up a little bit. But low key, Miguel I know someone's going to say that. I think he's bigger than Kawoka. I think he has some fire.
I got Miguel's phone number in my phone, and I talked to him and stuff. And when he first started out, you could tell by talking to him that 10 years ago, you'd have been like, maybe not quite 10 years ago, but whatever it was, you'd be like, in 10 years' time from when I first started talking to him, he's going to be the guy. Definitely going to be the king.
I like Joe. I love
Justin.
Justin. Justin's an amazing guy. Don't get me wrong. He's the king right now of ball pythons.
Mm-hmm.
But Miguel. And I guarantee you talk to Justin and Miguel, they're like, we're not in competition. Collaboration. No. The collaboration. Miguel is known, but he is underrated for what he produces.
It's only a matter of time before everybody knows him now, but it's only a matter of time before he's like one of the top dogs.
I don't okay, to give you an example, I don't agree with how Miguel feeds. With the mice. No. Mm-hmm. I'm not a big start ball pythons on mice. But it works for him. So who am I to tell him he's wrong?
Yeah, exactly.
So when I was watching that feeder video, I'm like, why would you start him off in mice? I'm a feeder company. Why would you start a ball python on mice? Why not start them right on rats? Because there's a rat that does it,
Yeah, but a lot of people think, a lot of picky feeders, the smell of a mouse is irresistible to ball pythons but they can get stuck on ball pythons. I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
they could get stuck on mice. Yeah.
But I think he might even said it in that video. I know he said it in a video that the mousers tend to never go off food and they breed better.
Oh, that could be.
I don't want to make up stories and say that he said it in that video, but I know he said this before. But I love Miguel. Cusco is another good
Oh,
guy.
yeah. Mhm.
Cusco, his video editing and his videography is off the charts. Low key off the charts. I watch people's videos for different reasons. I would love to be a videographer, 100%, just do wildlife. I would love to do it. Let's be honest, it takes a lot of time.
The true great guys in the hobby, though, are people like CMC, who does educational stuff all the time, that get it so that they're breaking this mold of this where people think all reptiles are vicious animals, and people like CMC
100%.
are making it so that they realize it's not.
Education is where it's at, man.
Mhm.
Education is where it's at. So that's something else. And I know Miguel and Cusco were friends with Brian also.
Mhm.
And that's why I miss Brian's channel. And Lori's doing an amazing job with it, but it's not
Yeah,
the same.
No, but I am impressed at how well they're doing, keeping it going as good as they are. That channel.
I root for him every day. I hope nothing. I'm not. I guarantee you, Lori wouldn't even take this wrong if I told her right to her face. So no one needs to take this wrong. It's different. So when my kids look forward to the show with Brian. They did. So Brian was their Steve Irwin. Was Brian Steve Irwin? No. Brian would be the first to tell you he wasn't. Steve Irwin was a different type of person anyway, but Brian was my kid Steve Irwin. That was their person. They looked to watch every day. And it's not there anymore for them.
No.
And it really does suck. And no matter what people feel about Brian Barczyk, my kids probably would have been in reptiles no matter what, because of who I am.
Yeah.
But how many families aren't reptile people like we are, that the kids got into reptiles because of Brian Barczyk? That's what I'm saying. That's where I get. And Cusco does the same thing.
Yeah.
Cusco does the same thing. And Miguel does the same thing. I guarantee if a child went up to either one of them at a show, they would not brush off that child.
No, absolutely not.
But I will not say the name, but I have seen another large YouTuber brush off a child.
Yeah.
I won't say the name, but I've seen you do it. And I've seen you do it. I've seen you do it. I'm the one that brought them bracelets back up to you.
Right? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I took these bracelets, these fans. I don't want to get too deep into it, but these fans gave this person bracelets that they made them. Okay. And these children gave them these bracelets. They have friendship bracelets and stuff. And they left them at an auction table, just left them there. So me being part of USARC and my team and the people with me says, here, and they took them and gave them to me. I'm like, I'll make sure this person gets them. I was in the lobby, handed to them. They looked like they were like, what? Why? It's the little things you do. It's the little things that make you go, really? So, yeah. I guarantee Brian Barczyk wouldn't have done that. I guarantee Miguel and Cusco wouldn't do that. Dave wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I mean, there's people that sit there and say Dave has gotten to be, movie heavy and all that good stuff. Dave Kaufman, my kids could go up to Dave Kaufman right now, and he would treat them great.
Yes, he would.
Treat them great. And so
Emily and Ed, is that his name? Or Emily? I don't know her husband's name. Is his name Ed? From
I don't know.
Snake Discovery?
Yeah, Snake Discovery. Yeah,
they're another good one to watch for kids.
Good YouTube channels.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to fix my mic head. There we go. Yeah, I got a mic head. This is a really good mic. You got the Shure. I got the Rodecaster.
Yeah, I remember when you got that. We got them at the same time. Remember?
Yep. And then I dropped it, so it's got a dent right here.
It still works good.
Oh yeah.
I just don't know how I'm sounding right now. Am I sounding good?
Perfect. Yeah.
Good.
I went the Rodecaster because of the switchboard I have. Now it's behind me because I move. You can't. No one can tell, but I move my office around because I'm going to be bringing sailfin dragons in here.
Oh, they're cool.
So
they're cool.
I'm trying to get this office where I don't use a green screen. And I can have it where you guys can see behind me and all that good stuff. But right now it's a basement, guys. It's a basement. I got drills on the floor, books on the side of me. Look, I mean, that's that book you guys seen. Packages that need shipped. Let's see. All in the Family VHS, brand new, sealed. See?
What season?
This, it doesn't say. It says the collector's edition, but it's February 9th, 1971. And it has Judging Books by Covers, The First and Last Supper, Gloria Discovers Women's Lib, and Archie and the Editorial. So it has four movies on it.
Yeah, I was around when they came out.
They would be canceled today.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They would be canceled today.
Now, see, I wouldn't mind having a little setup behind me with just animals on it. That would be kind of cool.
Well, what I'm thinking about doing from now on is I might bring like 1 or 2 ball pythons on, because I could do over a year's worth, 2 years worth, and show them off and talk about it, every single one, because they're easier to deal with than geckos.
Mm-hmm.
Showing a gecko like this, okay, guys, here's the guy. I can have the snake and show it off, and I can show, like, you know, we can do a clown one time, we can do a pied, and we can do DG and sunsets, and
Mm-hmm.
and then I mean, I got some really weird stuff that's like, you know, 4 or 5 incomplete dominants into one thing. So,
Yep.
and I agree, Frank. I know why you did that sad face. I still, to this day, about Brian, it's still a hard thing. But we will be in that grand opening. Laura and I are sponsors of, you know, the Legacy. I wanted to do the Shark Tank, but I can't afford that. Oh man, I want to do that.
That's expensive, that Shark Tank. Holy cow.
That thing is so pretty. That thing is so amazing. That place is going to be so great. Lori's doing such a good job.
Mm-hmm.
She's, I mean, I can't wait to walk. It's going to be hard to walk through it. And it's going to be hard to walk up to the Shark Tank, because that's what Brian and I talk about the most, was the Shark Tank. You know, talked about the sharks he's going to put into it, and we talked about the turtles, and we talked about the gators, but it was always a Shark Tank. And when it was holding water, I always talk to him like, I want to feed the sharks. He goes, "Oh, we can make that happen, man. We can feed the sharks." I'm like, "Yeah, I want to feed the sharks, man." So that's why Reptarians, you know, people think Reptarians was born before or after Brian passed away. And no, before Brian passed away, we had Reptarians. He knew about the name. He was like the 5th person. It was a group of people in a chat. My wife and Brian all knew within 15 minutes of my idea for Reptarians. I thought about Reptarians driving down the road. I thought of that name, and he knew about me naming Henry before he passed away.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I got an albino berm. I want to name it Henry, and it's after you. And he says, I'd be honored. And so Henry was been alive when he was here. Henry's an albino berm, for people that don't know. Yeah, so a lot of what the zoo part's going to be is going to be after what Brian does. Oh, man. Oh, these are... Oh, I think I showed these off on Owner Exotics. You can't see the green, but Cyber Serpents. My buddy. That's where I got the Het Sunset pastel that I recently got that I thought was female. Because Gary doesn't know how to read. Don't know what to say. I don't know how to read. Yeah, I don't... Dude, I'm telling you, dude. We just got to get a schedule planned, and I'm getting a poster. I'm going to start scheduling out posts,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to start posting old shows, and I'm going to start clipping them.
Okay.
I'm going to start clipping them and doing like little clips to drive and go on TikTok. This can do all the clips. This thing can do it all.
Mm-hmm.
I just got to learn it. I don't know. Like, it says share stream, and it lets.
Okay, you see them cubes up there next to the share?
Yeah.
Click them once.
Yeah, and brings up a little thing.
Okay, now look down in the very bottom right-hand corner.
Okay.
Where it says tipping.
No, that's not letting me do that. That's not it's not there for me.
It's there for me. Do you can't see that?
Mm-mm.
It's right next to Streamlab dashboards. It says tipping.
No, I can get the tipping. I gotta go to settings. I just gotta figure this out.
Oh,
It's weird. It's I don't see. I got that. I could go to accept tipping from your fans. I click that. Now I'm gonna freeze. I click that, and it wants me to log in, which I do. I have all that set up. I just don't know how to get.
okay.
I don't know how to get it to show up in the chat and show up on the screen and all that. I got to figure that out. Which I own domain, so whatever. If Streamline has like a link, I can actually like make a domain saying like Fauna Radio /tips or tips.faunaradio.com.
I think the tipping shows up in the chat on the StreamYard and not
In
on
Streamlab.
yeah, in the Streamlab and not on the YouTube channel.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna have to look into that. Maybe start sending it out there. Because I have two ideas. I can let people know on two ideas. I want to do a show. If it's not 24 hours, I want to do 12 hours, whatever it is. US Arc membership drive.
Mm-hmm.
And anything tipped that day, I keep track of, and it goes to US Arc.
That's a good idea.
All of it. I don't care. It just goes to US Arc. But I want to do it where it's like we're both on here because we can have a teams now. So I need to go for a couple hours. You're running it. We're doing it together. Whatever we got to do, and we can have just people drop in. We can add up to I think it is 80 guests.
Holy cow!
I don't know how that would work, but I mean, like people could just pop in and they can like promote why they are members with USARC, whatever it is. It's all about USARC and promotion and collaboration and doing like an all-day show. And if we have to, we can't go live for that long on. If let's say YouTube says you only can do 8 hours, we stop it, we go back on. Stop it and go back on. You know, and we just keep doing that. Because I do know Streamlab, this has a limit. I think it's 10 hours straight, but I'm sure I can just go right back on.
Oh yeah, you'll be able to go right back.
Yeah. And so we just like 15 minutes before we're okay, guys, we're going to be going away. We're going to be coming back up. Here's the link. This is where you're going to be. Stay on our page, blah, blah, blah. Or we just schedule them out. We just schedule them. And then people just go to that. The other thing I got, I can't really speak on too much, but I'm thinking about doing something locally. And I just want to do something locally for, state of Wisconsin and maybe even the state of North Dakota for you. And start doing stuff like, okay, North Dakota, we're doing a North Dakota show today. Everything's going to go to these organizations and do that and give back to these places. But I'm excited. I'm pretty pumped up about things. Things are starting to calm down a little bit for me. Even though I work now, I'm back to working 2 days a week because of first choice feeders. It's all Dylan's fault. I gotta go clean cages. That's what I do. Like today, I literally was cleaning cages. I got like Darian. I have like 5 of these or 4 of these. So they give these away, okay, at Tinley. They give their stuff away.
I can't make it to Tinley, but you can send me one, bud.
I should. Darian, send him one. Darian, you heard me. Go send him one. But I went there, and the worker there, I forgot your name. I'm so sorry. It was not. She didn't have XXX, and now I've lost weight, guys. I mean, look at this. I'm losing weight like a lot, but I said I want a XXX. So I don't want a tight fitting shirt, and they didn't have them. So I said, can I get one for my daughter? And so, because take as many as you want. So I got one for Laura, got one for my daughter, one for my grandkids, and I took a hat. And that, if you guys remember, I had the hat on when I was at the auction. I took a picture, and I posted on Facebook. And then the next day, I was walking by, and she goes, "Hey, they overnighted me big shirts. Darian overnighted her big shirts." I'm not saying it was for me. I just think that she ran out and she needed more big shirts, and so she threw me 2. Well, then my wife went by, and she knew those was my wife. And threw her like 2 more. and gave her some more shirts. I'm like,
Well,
oh,
look, we're the same shirt every day, but it'd be a different shirt.
yeah. And so then I'm going by Redline, and of course, Robin hooks me up with shirts.
Oh, I got a whole box over here of stuff from Redline that I still have to do a video for. He sent me a sweatshirt, a freaking hoodie, a freaking all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. So I have the kids and stuff, so I made sure they all got something, right? I got a black one with red line, and it has all the sponsors on the back, I think, or all the shippers on the back. My wife got a red one, my daughter got a red one, and all this good stuff. And then them patches, I bought some off Redline. I just bought a bunch off Redline. And then I was going by Potter's Animal, the pet store, threw me a shirt. I'm like, Jesus. And what else? I mean, I basically came home and I think I had 14 new shirts.
Well, there you go. 2 weeks of clean clothes.
I was like, sweet. So now you see me in all these. Oh, US Arc. US Arc gave me a bunch of shirts. So I got a bunch of US Arc shirts too. That's the other place. You know, Vanessa takes care of me and stuff. And when they're there in Phil, if no one's, volunteered for US Arc at an auction or at a big show, I recommend doing it. Vanessa posts about it on US Arc looking for volunteers. It's just worth it. It's fun. They take any help that you can give them in any capacity you can give them. What Laura and I do is on Saturday, the busiest day of the expo, there's a team. It's not just me and her. We take wagons out on that busy floor and we go get our donations to the auction.
Oh, there you go.
Wagons. So I want to say that we were part of the biggest auction US Arcs ever had at any expo ever. We broke the record. We did $108,000. It's public, $108,000 for US Arc.
That's great.
Yeah. So, it was fun. It was work. Like we went and got all the animals. Then, the volunteers, we all worked together on where to put the animals, where to put the other, the silent auction stuff, because everything doesn't go in live auction. And we had to actually get more tables. We had so many donations. We had to get more tables. And we would fill out cards, the bidding cards. So we would all sit there and just fill out the bidding cards and put them with the animals. And yeah, it was fun. And then watching it, we get to sit at the US Arc table right up front. We're right at the front table.
That's awesome.
It's a blast. I guess I'm the muscle, but I never have to be used. If one of the people that go out and collect the donation money, or when they bid, if they don't pay, they come get me. And then I would go say, hey, we need the money now. It's not a joke or whatever. And not meanly, to say, hey, it needs to be paid now, or this person, come on, or it goes to the next person. And then at the end of the auction, anything that claimed on the silent auction, we take up front. And then we stand with Phil, and Phil auctions it off live. And I got, what, Phil, was it? I got 2 snakes. I got a pied Enchi thingy, and then something else. I forget what it was. Dave Kaufman produced them. We got them for $70. They're over there somewhere. I thought I got 2 things. I forget what I got. When I raise my hand, Phil goes, Gary bought it. That's all he does. And it was just a fun time. I really enjoy volunteering for US Arc. So if anyone's got the opportunity to do it, I say do it. It's fun. It's not work. It's just fun. Vanessa and Phil make sure it's fun. Yeah, so that's where I got my shirts. What other shirt? Oh, did I get a Husbandry Pro shirt? I didn't. They owe me a shirt.
You heard them. Get it to them.
Owe me a shirt. I'd wear them because I'm thinking about starting to wear the different shirts. So if you guys, I might start doing where you guys can see me more. But if you guys want me to wear your shirt on, I'll wear your shirts on the shows. I don't care. But I like XXX. Even though this shirt is really, really big on me, I like really, really big shirts. Your boy has lost over 78 pounds.
Oh, that's good.
Your boy's lost a lot. And when I was Santa, we ordered myself what I thought the suit needed to be. And they were like, oh, we got a thin Santa now. It actually made me feel good. I was like, that makes me feel good. And so,
hmm
uh, but yeah, I mean, I have to do the shows again. 78 pounds. Yeah, 78 pounds, my friend. Uh, I used to be a really big person. I got a picture of me sitting with my dad when I first got here, like my second year, and I was bigger than him, and he's bigger than me. He's like 2 inches taller than me, and he's a bigger guy, and I was bigger than him. And it woke me up then, but I still didn't do nothing. And about 2 years ago, I just said, I need to cut soda out. And I know this sounds bad, but I started drinking Monsters. I know it sounds bad. I started drinking these. These are zeros, though. They only got 10 calories, and there's no sugar. That changing from soda to that made me lose weight. Now I don't drink as many of these. I might drink 5 of these a week. Now I drink. This is what I drink.
Water.
This is what I drink. I did have a soda today from this, but if I drink regular soda now, it doesn't do. I mean, once in a while it's cool, but yeah, it's good. I'm trying to make something happen. I need $250,000, guys, to get Reptilian Zoo going. Who wants to give me that?
If I had it, I'd give it to you.
Darian, you hear that? I need $250,000. 250. I don't know if it's going to cost that. I got to really get the budget going out, but I want it. I want that zoo. I don't know. I'm just having fun. It's good to get having a show back with 2 people.
hmm
We need to get some guests. We can do guests. I can do almost any day except for Thursdays are totally out. And then Saturdays, Sundays, of course, are really hard with Expos.
Yeah, well, I get that.
And then Fridays, because we set up on Expos bug packing, as Fridays are best. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday's up, but any of the other days, I can
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, right?
Yeah.
No good.
Yeah, Thursdays, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Once in a while, like if we have a guest, we don't have that. We can just plan it out. I don't care if we have a guest. Like, oh, they got to be on this Friday, and I'm off. Oh, who cares? Let's do it. Because we
can also record guests, right, and do an interview with them, and then post it up also, right?
So we can schedule it anytime and then post it up. So we could do that. I don't know. We might be able to actually invite people to be in a chat too at that time. Be like, we're gonna do a screening,
like a premiere type of thing. Yeah, that's a good idea.
And then bring it, and then we just go there, and when it's premiering, we sit there chatting. So we could do almost anything we want to do. This program is very powerful. I mean, very powerful. I'm excited.
I liked it. I used to use it years ago. I liked it.
I'm thinking of what I didn't like about it is I didn't know they didn't have a web base. And I was like, how do I invite people to be on? And there's a way to do it on the other way. But the web base makes it easy. I just send a link. It makes it easy. But I mean, it's pretty darn freaking cool. It gives me a count of guests. It gives me we can make a private stream too. So the other thing, if we want to make it where it's like a paywall, I don't see why we'd ever do that. But like it's a paywall, we can make a paywall on it where they have to pay us to watch the video. I think that's just gonna be Patreon because I do want to start doing Patreon. I think this can do Patreon too. I'm most positive it can, and we can start doing Patreon stuff. Maybe I can get Darren to give me something to give away. Darren, I can use your richness.
He'll give you one dubia roach.
Dubia.com. I sell dubia. Oh my gosh. Oh, and this has outros now too. So when we do it, actually, I got to make an outro for us, and I will make an outro. So once we get our following back and we get some sponsors back, I'll make an outro that will, probably do something with the sponsors and credit people and stuff like that. I'll edit something up. The outro now is kind of stupid. I think. Yeah. I don't know what it is.
We'll soon find out.
Yeah. But it is fun. But people coming in and out, I just gotta get used to this darn program. I just gotta sit there and play with it. That's what I gotta do. I just
and you figure it all out.
Like, see, I could do stuff like this. I can add a banner and go, "Hello, world," and I go like this, and I can go. Wait, where'd it go? Oh, show, and then it says hello world, and I can just move it wherever I want. And I don't know what you exactly do with that. I have no clue, but it's there now. I gotta trash it. There we go. And then I know I can do tickers too, which
I was gonna say you had a ticker that used to go along the bottom. I remember that.
Yeah, I can do world hi hey, and I can go add, and then I can go show, and then I can do it up there. I can show it on the bottom. I can go the other way. So there's tons of stuff I can do here. And then this other thing, I can do teleprompter. So I can actually, I don't know if you'll see it. We'll see. They won't see it. I'm just going to type a bunch of random letters, and I can go add and show, and it tells me, I don't know if you see that.
I don't see it now.
Oh, so we get you in the team part, it's a teleprompter, and you can do the, and it will show words in the screen, so you can be looking at the screen the whole time and reading what you wanted to say.
Oh, that's cool.
That's pretty cool. Virtual background, you can get that. You have that. The intro, the outro is something old, but it might be it. Yeah, it's something old. Let's see. What else? On the styles, I can actually create styles here and download themes. I can download a bunch of themes and make our own stuff. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So there's so much I can do. There's so much. I just got to learn it. And you guys, anyone out there got $250,000? Worth a shot. But yeah, it is 9:54. We should get gone on time. We can chat after it. But why is people texting me? Oh, never mind. It was the Guardians report traded recently acquired IF to Pittsburgh for 3 players. I don't know what that means. But whatever. Pittsburgh Pirates got somebody. But all right, guys, we are going to get out of here.
So independent, so they get the message. I've been spitting facts, I'm not a fiction fan. I am the truth, I am the GOAT, I am the proof. You can reach every one of your goals. You can be too drunk, way too high, but it's never too late to have hope. I am the one, I'm gonna preach. You can reach every one of your dreams. You can be up against the whole entire world, and you can beat them if you just believe. They've been saying I'm Illuminati and I'm going to hell. They're desperately searching for any excuse to explain why I've done what they can't do themselves. The only way they can make sense of my famous claim, I worship Satan and labels of health. I don't have an advantage, it's natural talent. You're